guys, it's Tara and welcome back to the channel. Yay! Pew, pew, pew! Yes, welcome back you guys. I am excited about today's video because we are talking about something that I have loved for my entire life. We are talking about Louis Vuitton. But, per usual, it's complicated. Yes, I have a complicated relationship with Louis Vuitton these days. So here's the deal. I used to have a huge Louis Vuitton collection between ready-to-wear, accessories, bags, and luggage. I think I had over 100 pieces. Yeah, it was a lot. Now, granted, I've been collecting for years, but seriously, that's a lot. So today we are going to discuss what happened and why my Louis Vuitton collection went from 100 pieces down to only 13 pieces. So if you want to hear why my Louis Vuitton collection has shrunk, then keep on watching. Okay, first, let's discuss the two elephants in the room. Right here, these lips. So you guys, I got my lips touched up with filler, I think 3 days ago. And when I get my lips done, I always swell. I mean, I know everyone's different, but I swell for about 3 or 4 days and I get bruises too. It doesn't have anything to do with my injector. It's just how I am. I'm always this way no matter how I prep for it. So I tried to wait to make this video till I was unswole, but time didn't allow. So my lips are still a little bit swollen. They'll definitely go down from here, but I just wanted you guys to see what they look like up close. And this is like 3 days after. I've also got bruising here and here. You just can't see it because I've got that lip stain on. So yay, those are my lips. Them shits are big right now. And it is what it is. I will leave my injector's information and picture right here. She is the best. I would never let anyone else touch my face, especially my lips. That's the tea on my face. If you guys want a video on fillers and Botox and lip injections and my experience or anything like that, just please let me know down below and we can talk about that in another video. Okay, now let's get to the Louis Vuitton and the LV. Yeah. Okay. So guys, my love for Louis Vuitton started a long time ago. I have two aunts who used to be flight attendants. So they would fly international and they would come back with designer stuff. It was the first time I ever saw Louis Vuitton and I was just mystified by it. I thought it was beautiful. I knew it was fancy. It was something I haven't seen before, just like the classic LV print. To me, I looked at it and I saw luxury. Like I was looking at the stitching and everything. So to me, seeing that when I was like 8 years old was like, I want to be fancy like my aunts and travel the world and shop in all these places. So that was like my first exposure to any designer brand, but definitely to Louis Vuitton. And then I would say in my like maybe 19, 20, 21-year-old self, I had the opportunity to travel Eastern myself. So I was in Korea, I was in all these cool places, and there they had like these high quality knockoffs. And I'm 19, 20 years old. I didn't know really any better. But I knew that they looked real. So yeah, I was a teenager, 19, 20, 21, and I was wearing knockoffs. And I felt cute. I thought I was you couldn't tell me nothing in my knockoff bags way back then. And I have a much stronger attitude about knockoffs now than I did back then. Number one, because I'm a designer myself and I don't like it when people knock off my stuff. And number two, because back then we didn't know the ethics of knockoffs. We had no idea that they were involved in sex trafficking and international crimes, that it was just such a bad thing for the environment and everything as well. So now I know better, so now I do better. So no tea, no shade to anybody who chooses that now or chose it then. I'm just admitting that, yeah, I did that when I was young because I couldn't afford it and I wanted to just fake it till I made it. I eventually was able to work hard and save money and afford lots of Louis Vuitton. And at a point in my life, that is what I spent my money on. I know a lot of us think back to all of these purchases that, whoo, if we could have like 2020 vision, so many of these things we would not have purchased, but every piece I bought, I loved at the time. Yeah, that's the story of how I started my love affair with Louis Vuitton, the brand. How it evolved and how I really got into the house of design was because of Marc Jacobs solely, straight up. Marc Jacobs was the designer before Nicolas Ghesquière. And when I tell you the quality, the beauty, the originality, and just the collaborations, Louis Vuitton really set the stage when it came to doing streetwear collabs. They've got the Nigo collab, Kusama, am I saying the name right with the dots? So many incredible collabs with Louis Vuitton. In fact, Louis Vuitton even did a collab with Karl Lagerfeld one time, and Christian Louboutin. Everyone has always wanted a piece of Louis Vuitton. Even when Chanel and Louboutin get in on it, they can get in on it. So I'm not the only one who's had a love affair with this brand. So the Marc Jacobs era was my era. And when I show you what's left of my collection, you will see that that is where my heart lies. Let's take a look at some of the things that aren't in my collection anymore. So I had to go through like the archives to find these pictures, right? So let's see this one here. This one is this was the only capucines that I had. And I loved this bag. It was in the dragon fruit color, absolutely gorgeous with the neon green LV here. And I ended up selling this bag because it sat on my shelves for probably 3 years without being used. Number one, I didn't want to use it because I just didn't want to mess it up, which is so freaking stupid. We have talked about this in other videos, keeping things for nice and then you never use them, you end up selling them or whatever. And the reason I didn't use it is because I shouldn't have bought it in the first place. This bag had this thing in the middle and a divider that made it not fit anything. I knew that going into it. And then this really thick guitar strap that I could not wear crossbody unless I wanted it right under my titty. I mean, it was absolutely not the bag for me, which is why it sat on the shelves for so long. So lesson number one, regardless of whether you like the designer or the bag itself, if it doesn't work for you, like it didn't work for me, leave it at the store though. That's why the capucines did not work for me. Okay, oh my God, the fingerprints. Hold on. I did not notice the fingerprints until I had put it on the camera, and now I'm seeing it looks pretty doggone ratchet. All right, that is a little better. All right, so this is the phone ring holder that you would stick on the back of your phone. So it didn't really work well on a phone case. So you just had to stick it on the back of your iPhone and just risk cracking the screen because I could not make it work on like a silicone case or anything. I loved it, but I was constantly terrified of dropping my phone. It was so not worth it. Y'all look at my hair here. I had so much blonde in my hair and I was wearing it straight. That is a story for another day. Yeah, as soon as I got rid of this phone, I was like, I don't need this ring anymore. So it was just kind of wasted. And I think that tech items are a thing that really, no matter what designer it is, especially Louis Vuitton, you should pass on. I mean, it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars for something like this that is only gonna last you like a year. It's just a trinket now, gathering dust. This one, I begged, borrowed, and stole to get this blue and black pochette accessories case. And this thing is tiny. You see my hand? It's like a little coin purse. But they came out with this and the red version of this, which you will see in a minute because the red one was everything and it's one of my favorite bags. So I did keep it. But I paid $1,000 for this. more than $1,000 because it was so rare and I had to have it. I was on the purse forums, I was searching it out, and y'all, it's just a little blue and black pouch. It also had this flap on the outside, and I was so scared of this getting ruined that I rarely use this bag. Once again, buying something that I know is going to be too precious for me, and I don't end up using it. I ended up selling it and definitely lost money on this. And these you can still find on the pre-loved market, and they're in the thousands. Bananas. Don't do it. All right, guys, the next one is just accessories in general. Like this thick LV print bracelet, such an impulse buy. I mean, I am just not down with paying good money for costume jewelry anymore. Designer costume jewelry is made with gold plating. If that, sometimes it's just gold tone. So we're paying all this money for something that is going to turn, it's going to flake, it's flake, and it's not going to last. For me, designer accessories usually are a no. There we go. Same thing with this bracelet. Another bracelet. I had the bag to match this. This is actually gorgeous. It's the Epi LV twist bracelet. I just got this because I got the bag to match. Ended up selling the bag and hardly ever wore this. So once again, a bunch of money for something that just, I look at it now and I'm like, I mean, it's kind of cute, but it's just not really me anymore. And once I sold the bag, I didn't love it anymore. That's the thing, you guys. You've heard the expression, one man's junk is another man's treasure. Well, none of this is junk, in my opinion. But just because I love something or I stop loving something doesn't mean that if it's in your collection, it's not the absolute bomb to you. I'm going to show you a few things in a second that are in my collection that none of you would ever own. You probably think they're hideous. That's the beauty of free will. Wear what you want, wear what you like without anyone caring. I'm just telling you my story. So this is a picture of inside my purse. Like all the Louis Vuitton accessories. Look how proud and cute I thought I was. I've got a round change holder. I've got the long pochette. I've got the makeup case, the eyeglass case, this. It's just a lot. It's a lot. All but one of those accessories are gone. Yeah, I sold them all or gave them away as gifts just because they didn't fit my taste anymore. I bought most of them on impulse because, sometimes I was feeling spendy and I didn't have the money for a bag. So what did I do? I bought a small leather good, and that is never substitute for a bag. If you want the bag, wait, save your money and get the bag because a little piece of it will never satisfy. Or it didn't for me, that's for sure. Y'all. The Marc Jacobs denim collection, the original one in like 2007, owns my heart, runs my life. I live for it. And I still have several pieces of that I will show you. But look how big this bag is. Have y'all ever seen me carry a bag this big? This was bigger than my torso. I spent an arm and a leg finding this on the pre-loved market in perfect condition. Look at that patina. There is none, exactly. And I carried it twice over 2 years and then sold it at a huge loss on eBay. You live and you learn. Huge bags like this are not for me. I should have known better. Now, this I could say is probably the worst luxury decision I've ever made. Louis Vuitton luggage. Yep, I had the new Horizon, the old Pagasse with the wheels that just rolled one way, and these roll all four ways. I had the duffel on a roller. I don't know where that's gone, but these things, this got scratched up instantly in the Uber the first time I used it on the way to the airport. The driver picked it up, put it in the trunk, and I heard it. I heard the, and my heart just fell out of my butt. Completely fell out of my butt. So every time I used it, it scratched. It was terrible. I just couldn't do it. I sold these so very quickly after I got them. And it's such a shame because look at me. You couldn't tell me nothing with my Louis Vuitton luggage. And even this carry-on here, I don't have that one anymore. I mean, I just think about it now, rolling through the airport like this, and it seems like a little bit loud. Wait a minute. So I currently roll through the airport with a Rimowa and a Birkin 40. So I don't know if that's loud or not, but that's how I'm rolling right now. She thought she was cute, once again, with the blonde streaks. I can't believe my friends let me roll around like this another day. Let's see what else we've got in here, in the graveyard. Oh, okay, this was the denim Louis Vuitton twist. This was my only Louis Vuitton twist bag, and I got this to match the bracelet and then sold this. Here's what sucked. The color changed on this bag. Can you see? And this is not from overuse. The color here is different than the strap. Like, I even took it in to say, like, what the hell is happening? And they're like, yeah, we've seen that before. And that's it. I was like, so I'm just supposed to rock it like this? I ended up selling it to Rebag, I think, and yeah, that sold that at a loss too, for sure. Okay, I pulled up this picture because I needed y'all to see how your girl was rolling. And what year is this from? 2017. Look at me. You couldn't tell me nothing. I had on the LV bag, which I still have this one. This one's in my collection, so preview. This one's still in my collection, but this was the dark color of the LV denim that Marc Jacobs did. The LV scarf, the hat, y'all. I thought I was so cute. Actually was cute. This was fun, but like a huge monogram scarf like that is something I would never wear today. It's just a little bit, it's a little bit too much for my style right now. Yeah, I would never wear that scarf today. I found another picture, you guys. Look at this collection here. I took a picture of like new purchases or whatever, and I want to show you one thing here. Hold on, if I can zoom in. Let me zoom in on this. Your girl even had a Louis Vuitton pen, and this pen is actually gold. Okay, that's the case it came in and everything. So it was wooden and gold. I bought this to sign a very important contract that I wanted to like commemorate. And it was a very big contract for work. So I was just like rewarding myself before I even signed it. I was rewarding myself. And that's so extra. That's very a Tara thing to do, to be honest, TBH, to buy, you know, a designer pen to sign a big contract. But if I'm keeping it real, I used it once and I never touched it again. Yeah, I don't think I would ever buy a Louis Vuitton pen. I don't think. Maybe. That actually was pretty cool, but no, I would not buy a Louis Vuitton pen. I can't spend thousands of dollars on a pen. That's crazy. That's diabolical. Okay, so we've got hundreds of items that have left the collection. Let's see what's still here. These are my favorite pieces that I cannot imagine letting go of in my Louis Vuitton current collection. Let's start. This first one, you will take this from my cold, dead hands. The Louis Vuitton Petite Malle. Oh my God. Okay, so this is not Marc Jacobs. This is actually the first like signature bag that Nicolas Ghesquière designed himself. And it was a runaway hit or a runway hit, however you want to say it. It is made to, it's hard and it's made to be exactly like the Louis Vuitton trunks. In fact, all their trunks would have little markings on them, and that's what that replicates. It's got the S lock here, and it still smells like gorgeous leather even after all these years. And then it mimics what was the fabric that was inside the Louis Vuitton trunks. This, it even has a great sound when you close it. It's got these gorgeous rivets all around and a long crossbody strap. I am obsessed with this bag. Look how cute. Yes, I love this bag for a few reasons. It is reminiscent of the trunk, so it's got like a heritage feel to it. When you take off, okay, all right, see, what happened? What happened? Let me fix myself. Really? Okay, I'm back after being attacked by the petite malle. And petite malle means tiny box in French. And the thing I love most about this bag is if you take off this strap, it is an amazing clutch. Like you can just hold this thing, you know? It's perfect. Except for one very important thing. It holds nothing. When I say nothing, I literally mean nothing. Because of this width in here, that there is no width, okay? There is no width. And when you close it, the gussets take up all the space. So I can fit my phone in here, period. That's it. Or I can fit like a lipstick, a key, a couple of cards, a Tic Tac, air, hydrogen. So mostly what I just carry is a couple of cards, a lipstick, and I have my phone in my hand. What's the point of carrying a bag if you're gonna have a phone in your hand? I don't care because I love it so much. Okay, next. All right, next is just my petite accessories pouch. I have had this, I don't even know when I bought it. That's how old it is. In fact, I think that this was a pouch that went on the inside, like connecting to the D-ring of another bag. Let's check the date. The date code is 02. Okay, not back to the 90s, but old enough, okay? 20 something years old. So it is the old canvas. That is a through line you're gonna see with me. All of my Louis Vuitton that I have is old. It's vintage. It's Marc Jacobs and before, with the exception of the petite malle. And that is because the quality of the canvas was better. The quality of the craftsmanship was better. It wasn't as mass produced as it is today. And yeah, I just really love the quality. When a 20-year-old bag can still look like this, the leather is just fine. It's got a perfect patina. I mean, I use this for a catch-all in other bags. Right now, I've got a box of Altoids in there and then a purse hook. You guys have seen these before, right? So you take this and you hang this part on a flat table and then it makes a hook for your purse to hang on. So you don't have to put your purse on the floor. Who's putting their purse on the floor? I want your name, I want your contact info, put it down because we need to have a talk. Put it in the comments. Let me know, are you putting your purse on the floor? Because we can't do that. Floor is a nice thing. It doesn't have much resale value and it is a great little catch-all in a bag. Perfect. Next. This right here is kind of everyone's Louis Vuitton starter piece, and it is the Louis Vuitton clay. A lot of people you will see on YouTube talking about Louis Vuitton and they'll say it's a key clay. Well, key means clay in French. So what they're really saying is a key. So actually you would just say it's the Louis Vuitton clay holder, okay? CLES. Anyway, this I've had for 1,055 years and I just can't seem to get rid of it. I mean, this zipper is dusty. Look at that. The gold tone has worn off. There's like green around the zipper from oxidation. And I don't know why it's empty now, but this is where I usually keep gift cards. Hi, Milo. Hi, baby. Milo's here, guys. Come on in the camera. There he is. And a lot of people start with this because it's only a couple $100 and I actually cut off the little part where the chain where the keys connect to. So yeah, I just use it as a little gift card holder. Easy. Next. Okay, I just put on some lip gloss, that Lawless brand lip gloss. And now I think my lips look even bigger. Not what I was going for, but let's proceed. Right, Milo? You can open the door. Do it. He's on his own. Okay, let's jam through the rest of these. Let's do Louis Vuitton multicolor. When the multicolor came out, I lost my mind. Lost my mind because y'all, that's when like Jessica Simpson had like all the like white, like big speedy with the multicolor. And I was able to get the exact piece I wanted. This makeup pouch. I love that it had the teeny weeny little mini LVs on it, and like this little patch, and you can see it's got water stains on it, the little tab. But I just thought this was so cute, like inside my bags or inside my luggage. The cool thing is also that it has this baby pink lining, which like none of them had. It was like only on this cosmetic accessory, so pouch. And so I just thought this is everything. And another thing, it had like all the, I think there were 33 colors. And it was one of the items where you could actually see all 33s. I'm gonna be honest, I don't use it very much. I just marvel at it and I look at it in my collection and I don't know what to tell you. I don't wanna get rid of it because I think it's just so pretty. This one, she's coming on the next trip with me. Hold me to it, remind me. Okay, next, this baby right here. I love her. Amazing, right, you guys? The Louis Vuitton, this is the small Deauville. I'm pretty sure this is the Deauville bag. And what can I say? Look at it. Just look at it. It's freaking stunning. They had me at hello with the gold around the edges and then all these little rivets with the black multicolor. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. What's this? Oh. And it's got a huge pocket up front for your phone, but the inside was suede-y feeling, and I absolutely love that. This bag is my baby. I do not wear her enough, but when they reissued the multicolor, my heart just sang because I was like, y'all, I already had it, okay? Y'all are acting brand new and I've already got my multicolor collection. So I was able to bring this baby back out from the archives and she's absolutely stunning. She's going nowhere, ever. All right, staying on the multicolor train, I've got the zippy wallet. Okay, so I always love the wallets that had the zip around. First of all, just because it keeps everything together and you can really like fatten these up and put a ton of stuff in them. But I never bought one until it came out in this combination and I had to have it. Look at the inside of this. Hot pink. I just, look at it and look at the condition. Now granted, this was never for an everyday use, but look at this condition for something that was made like freaking decades ago. This is when the quality was absolutely insane, you guys. This baby in here, oh my God, how cute would that look like hanging off? That would be so cute. But yeah, can you imagine us carrying this and this? How much is that? Okay, let me pull up my little baby Murakami. I'm being ridiculous now. I'm like falling in love with this stuff all over again, just talking about it. Okay, next. This is my second Louis Vuitton Speedy that I ever owned and my absolute favorite. Oh my God, you guys. This is from the original Steven Sprouse, who is a graffiti artist, collab with Marc Jacobs for Louis Vuitton. That's a mouthful. Look at her. Look at her. Stunning. I had to have the white one. They've got it with the green letters, the green graffiti and the pink graffiti, but I absolutely had to have this one. And this is in the size 30, so it's like nice and big. You can fit the universe in here. I have decorated it with charms because, so here is, I wanna show you my charms. This you can still buy in the store. This is like the mini backpack. It's actually got holes on the back because it has a strap. It's really meant to be worn on your wrist. I didn't want to do it like that. So yeah, it's just a little backpack. Now, here's a Speedy with a Speedy on it. It's Speedy Inception is what it is. This, I can't. It's so cute, it hurts. I have got a luggage tag that says TS on it, my initials. And then this is the Chinese symbol for hope. I can't remember. It's either hope or love. If you can read Mandarin Chinese, please let me know what that means. Hopefully it doesn't mean anything crazy. And this was also from the Steven Sprouse collection. It's the bag charm or keychain in the Louis Vuitton writing that's on here. I mean, this right here, look at that. This is iconic, y'all. When I carry this, I get so many compliments. Everyone who, if you know, you know. about Louis Vuitton and Steven Sprouse. It was like one of the first big collabs, and I love this bag. I will never ever get rid of her. She's my baby. Okay, let's jump around a bit. I have something that I have never seen in person anywhere else. I've never seen a review of it on YouTube. And sometimes when I bring it up, I brought it up before to a Louis Vuitton associate and they have no idea what I'm talking about. It's this. This is the only piece I have of the Eclipse print, which is the black and gray. This is a men's accessory case, and this was made specifically for iPad minis when they came out. So it is a tech accessory, which I told you guys earlier, don't buy tech accessories, but this I use differently, and I love this thing. First of all, can you see? It's hard-sided. It's like rounded and hard-sided. So it's like a shell. Nice strong zipper, which they did on all the men's stuff. And inside, oh, I got some dust on it. Sorry. I can clean this dust off, so please forgive me. But look at this. So the iPad mini was supposed to go like in here, and then cards and like, you know, just all your, whatever guys are supposed to carry, cards and notes, etc. But what I did is I used this as my journal. I put pens and stuff in here, and then I took the edge of a notebook and slipped it in there. So I was able to keep like a nice thick journal in here. This is incredible for that. So this was a very short-lived product on the Louis Vuitton website, but I saw it and I was just so intrigued by the hard side and the shape that I had to have it. So I have held on to this. I'm not currently using this for a journal, but I'm thinking about what I can use it for. So will you guys give me some ideas other than a journal? Like, what can I do with this? I still love it, so I don't want to let it go for any reason, but yeah, you guys give me some ideas of what to do with this. Okay, next. All right, we are going back to the denim because, yeah, look at these. Look at these, bring me so much joy. Okay, they look huge, but let me put them next to my boobs, my body, so you can see that it's not as big as that denim bag I showed you before. In fact, when I kind of wear it like this, that it's kind of the size of like a Birkin 35 maybe, so it's not small, but I've got these stuffed, okay? So they're a lot more slouchy, but I like to keep my bags stuffed just to keep them nice, because it's a lot of money and I want everything to stay nice. So I have got both of the Louis Vuitton. I believe this is the Cabbie. God, I hope I'm right. And I love these. Just the shape of this, especially when it's like slouchy, and it goes so beautifully on the crook of the arm, but it's also got a big long crossbody strap. Hello, that goes all the way up the sides. When I tell you guys, the construction on the Marc Jacobs era Louis Vuitton is second to none. These D-rings here, these are heavy. This is hardware. The bag has freaking feet on it. Why doesn't every bag have feet on it? Answer me that. We need to start a petition for all bags to have feet on them. For this to be 18 years old and look this good as much as I use it is bananas. And the same thing with the black one. But look at even this leather here had like texture on it. They even made that a little bit different. Can you see? It's kind of like elephant skin looking. These will never ever get old. And this one, unlike the other one, has like a aged brass on it. This is real craftsmanship. So why do I love old Louis Vuitton so much? Because the quality is just better. It's better than the stuff that they are putting out right now. I have gone into the boutique recently and nothing grabs me. But if they design bags like this again in this quality, they might be able to win me back. But right now, no, it's not happening. Sorry, but these are great. Next. Okay, so you guys already have seen this in a previous video. I love my denim Louis Vuitton jacket. This is from the same collection as this guy right here. Perfect match. have I worn them together? Y'all already know I have, because I don't care. I'm matchy and I do what I want. But this quality, the quality of the zippers, the quality of the denim is unmatched. This is my holy grail jacket. And of course I have the shorts to match. I think I showed you guys this in a previous video. Love, love, love. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. I am Marc Jacobs Louis Vuitton obsessed. So, you know, I implore you to go to a resale shop and feel something new and feel something old. Feel the thickness of the canvas, feel the hardware, and you will see why I'm so up in arms about how good it was back then and how it's not really worth the money for me right now. We're gonna end with the bag that I am obsessed with. And I know I said I was obsessed with these other ones, but this one is my baby. Hold on. I left her in the glass case. Here she is, guys. Ah! This is the Pochette Matisse in the Infrarouge color. This bag was a nightmare, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, so this came out, do you remember the one I showed you earlier, the blue and the black, that little thing? So they came out with these two colors, the blue and the red, and just shocked everybody, you know, and like, you're changing the monogram. But when this came out in 2017, I just thought this was so cool. It stood out so much against like all the other Louis Vuitton that I had ever seen. And let me show you the inside of this. Are you ready? Green suede. Like, give me a cool interior. You already know I'm a sucker for it. This color combo has just never been seen before or since at Louis Vuitton. So I had to have it. Why was this a nightmare? Because this bag was recalled not once, but twice. Yes, it was recalled by Louis Vuitton because it just so happened in that year when they made all the Pochette Matisses in every color, the glazing itself cracked. And even the glazing, because they have a light glaze on the canvas, it started to peel as well. So they were saying, bring your bags back no matter how long you've had them, and we will either replace it or give you your money back. So I had this replaced twice because both of mine peeled. When I got the last one, the glazing started to peel a little bit, but what they told me was that they would not replace this. They would just give me a credit. And I was like, no, I'll deal with it. I will deal with the little glazing cracking and keep this bag. Yeah, because there was no finding it ever again. And like, I just did not want to live without it. Ugh. She looks amazing. When I wear her out with like kind of my rocker style outfits, I always get compliments. This is the winner, y'all. Look at that. This is the one. Oh, with the silver. Oh, and the back pocket with the green in it too. The back pocket that is like made specifically for your phone. It's such an easy bag. Everybody loves this bag, but they don't have it in this colorway. And that is why I am in love with this bag. I'm in love with her. Oh, she will never leave my collection. Ever. All right, guys, so this and what's on the floor that I cannot carry right now is my current old Louis Vuitton collection. These are the items out of all of the 100 or so that I've had that I just can't let go of, can't live without. I want to know, comment down below and let me know, like, are you a fan of old Louis Vuitton versus new Louis Vuitton? Or is the old stuff just played to you and you like the stuff in the boutique now? I also want to know what you thought of some of the things in my collection because they're a little weird. I know that. I can't wait to hear your comments. You guys, do not forget to like and subscribe and hype up the video if you can. I would love that. Thank you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Mwah!